Welcome to the Love That For Us podcast.
Come hang out with us as we explore a holistic approach to entrepreneurship, wellness, and navigating relationships in adulthood.
We'll be getting vulnerable about life and dishing the business expertise we've learned along the way, interviewing industry professionals,
All while you get your weekly dose of girl talk and heart-to-hearts. We're your hosts, Charissa Emiko,
and Ashtyn Brooke.
and this is the Love That For Us podcast.
I had a dream about you guys the other night, which was so funny.
What kind of dream?
You both were literally moving into our basement, like fully moving here.
I was like, thought the other day about moving into your basement. Not kidding. I don't know why I had like a whole random like trail tangent thought about moving into your basement.
Like an idea?
Yes.
Like
How would
we're gonna
that
go do
work?
it?
Yeah, no, I just like had a weird idea of like if we moved to Michigan and lived in your basement. I'm not kidding. I had the full
Really?
send like trail of thought the other day.
Okay,
about
well,
that.
it carried into my dreams because I woke up and I was like in the dream, I was like, are you sure you guys like don't want to get your own place? Like, do you want your own space? And Chris was like, she's like standing on the stairs looking at me. She's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be perfect. And then I looked at you, I was like, Carissa, oh my gosh, I hope Beasley and Kira get along. I was so
and no,
nervous
all
about
our
that.
dogs, just 4 dogs in a
Yeah.
house. That's so
that
funny.
that was where the dream
Does
ended.
everybody know we have a crazy dog?
And I don't know if people know about Beasley.
I don't know. I feel
Is this the boy dog or girl dog?
They're
Girl
both.
dog.
We have 2 females, but Beasley's
Okay.
giving a little psycho sometimes.
Beasley's giving psycho. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. If
Happy
you haven't noticed the
Valentine's.
deeper voice tones happening, we have our men here with us today for a fun little cute Happy Valentine's Day episode. It's the first time you guys are on the podcast. How do
Yay!
you
We
feel
love that
about
for us.
We've been waiting. Oh, I've been waiting. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I've been waiting a long time. I love that for me and Will. I'd say I love it for us too.
One could say.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little kind of Cliff Notes versions of our love stories today because it's
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Keyword Cliff
And
Notes. So
keyword
it's going to
Cliff
be
Notes.
a bit surface, but just so people can get to know who these
You
significant people are.
people can get to know you in the context of us because that's what's important here is our relationship.
Right.
We'll do an interview for just you another time.
So
Okay, who goes first here?
we'll just interview style, back and forth. Carissa and
Okay.
Tyler, where did you guys first meet?
Great question.
Hooray.
All right, podcast voices.
We first met. A group of our friends were going to this like local music festival here in LA. And I think I was actually setting this one up like fully. Like it was kind of like my idea to kind of
To go. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
New fun fact I'm learning.
So we got this group chat going, and I'm like texting all the friends in there, to, trying to plan the day. And then I remember seeing this number in there. I was like, who the hell is 567? Like, because I knew
Was
all
this
the numbers.
random number
and
in
then-
our group chat.
And she was like messing with me in the chat, like just posting memes and not saying anything. And I was like, whatever. Like,
You loved it.
I thought it was funny. Yeah.
Except I think at that point you didn't know if I was a guy or a girl.
I didn't.
probably.
I actually really didn't. I was like, new friend. Like, I don't know who
Plot
this
twist.
is, but they see. But yeah.
New friend, new girlfriend.
The meme game was funny though. Gosh. But anyway, so we meet day of, and
In context, I had just gotten divorced seconds earlier than this. And you
I
and
had,
your daughter's mom, Kataya's mom,
Yeah.
had split up.
I
don't
think it had
know.
been like 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fresh.
almost
we were
a
both
year. Yeah,
fresh out of serious relationships. And yeah, but I met Kataya the same day. Tyler has a daughter. She's 7. Obviously, you guys have heard me talk about that.
Yeah, and the festival was like pretty good for kids to come. So I was like, oh, let's bring her. She loves music, and so yeah, you got to meet her as I walked into my friend's house, which you're already there.
Yeah. So I met them both on the same day, which was really cool.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, are we doing like back and forth? Or are you gonna all us, all you guys? What should we do? What's more flowy for
Back
us
and
here?
forth. Well, I don't know. I don't care. I was
Okay.
thinking back and forth.
Okay, back and forth. This is how we plan on the Love That For Us podcast.
Oh yeah,
ladies
in
and
real
gentlemen.
time.
Yeah, but that's where we met, and then we hung out like a lot in the next like couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little music festival. And I met
Cute.
her, his daughter, and his daughter's mom and him all on the same day, which was really great actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came with all my cards on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
There
not
was
like
never
a setup or like, oh, you're about to meet these people. It was like you just happened to
right.
be
Or there
going
was
to
never a
see
moment
them.
where he had to be like, I have a daughter.
Yeah. I was
Like-
very,
Yeah, right.
very, very grateful that I didn't have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
It just made it super easy.
Yeah.
I'm happy
okay,
for
where
you,
did
Tyler.
guys-
Thanks. Yeah.
Where did you guys meet?
Oh, I answer.
Go ahead.
Whatever you want, Will.
Well,
It's your show today.
oof, I love it. Welcome to Love That First Pod. We are college sweethearts, and we met because we played music for these traveling music teams for this small private school in the middle of nowhere, Ohio.
In the cornfields.
And
In the cornfields.
you had to like try out for these teams, and somehow we were both selected.
Well,
to-
Will was 2 years older than me, so he was a junior when I was a freshman,
right.
and you had already been on.
Right. I think we officially met. There's this retreat weekend that happens at the beginning of the school year in Brownsburg, Indiana. And all of the teams are together. And what was that? That was probably the first time.
We like interacted.
Yeah, that we interacted. I don't think your first impression of me was very good.
That's a future question, so we'll get to that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're skipping ahead, Will.
Sorry. You can ask me that later.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Here's the clip
we
notes.
met in college on
Yep.
doing music.
Yep.
Okay, well,
and
I'm just gonna
we'll
lead
stop there.
into that next question because
Okay.
what was your guys' first impressions of each other?
I don't think Ashtyn's
I
was
must
very
know.
good.
Like why? Okay, let me break this down. Will, why don't you think Ashtyn's first impression was good of you?
That
And then
is
we'll
gr-
hear Ashtyn's
that is-
first impression.
Well, all of us have different thoughts about our previous selves and our perception of our previous selves. Some of those always not down to earth. But what was the first time you saw me? What was I doing?
Well, Will was a junior, and he had already been in this like setting.
Oh, he's
I
doing
was
a keg stand.
Body shots off
Yeah.
presidents.
he wow. I walked into this room. We were having like an all team meeting, and there wasn't like music involved. Like no one was rehearsing anything. But Will like was playing his electric guitar. That was like his primary instrument. And I remember walking in and be like, "This is just a like team meeting," and this guy is like just like shredding his guitar in the corner as if like anyone cares.
Just riffing. Just
And so it felt
You're
very
just
like
this is my show, and you guys are watching.
yeah. I was just like, why is he doing this? Like this has nothing to do with our purpose here.
I don't know. It felt like, anyone who's been
Appropriate.
like a part of a team, like even a sports team, like when you have some,
It's giving alumni.
I don't want to call it like veteran status,
veteran, yeah,
but it's
veteran.
just fun to be like, oh, here's the rookies,
Yeah, I
Let's-
was definitely the rookie, and he was the veteran.
Oh,
but-
okay. So he had been there doing this, and then
Yes.
you walked in, and he was like hazing you with his guitar.
Yeah.
solo.
Oh,
Well-
pretty crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but then once we actually talked, I had a great second impression. So,
Okay.
but that wasn't the question. What was your first impression of me once we interacted?
This is just a fun freshman girl. She seems fun, I guess.
So pretty neutral.
I don't know. Yeah.
How
I
was
guess
the first impression? She seems fun, I guess.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't like a. You weren't off-putting, I guess. I can be like.
That is true.
Like I
Nice.
can be a very
Nice.
polite, kind, nice person. But I think I can be kind of inwardly like judgmental when I meet people, and like I'll still be nice to you. You wouldn't know that I'm like not gonna be friends with that person. And you didn't give me any of those vibes at all. I was just kind of like very okay. Yeah, she's
a lot of
cool.
our meeting story was like we felt very neutral for a while because we ended up being just friends for a very long time. So there wasn't this like
Yeah.
initial like.
Well, you're moving
"Ooh."
too quick. Don't
I
jump
know,
in.
but that's why I was trying to give context for why
Yeah.
it was like. Meh.
It wasn't like a love it.
It
First
wasn't like love at
sight,
first
like,
sight. Oh
oh
my
my
god, I
gosh.
need to date this person.
Yeah, there wasn't
Yeah.
even
No.
like insane chemistry or
No, I was very, very timid as a freshman. Like I felt very nervous my freshman year, like going to college. So I don't think I exuded
Yeah.
confidence. And
I don't know. I don't think people would say the same.
well, for the first couple months.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You-
okay.
yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, okay. Tyler and Carissa, who made the first move?
Well, we had to do first impressions.
Oh, you're right. I'm
Hey,
skipping
skipped.
ahead.
Oh,
First impressions. You've moved past the group chat. You're in the same room. What's the first impression?
I had a really good first impression of you. I was like,
ya?
yeah, I was instantly interested. Like, definitely instant attraction.
but also he like
I had my
mind you,
daughter,
He
like-
had his daughter,
like
he's
in
not,
my hands.
So he's not gonna like walk into the room and start flirting with me as he's
Yeah.
yeah.
Hard to
make a
his
move,
2-year-old
yeah.
daughter.
Oh, it was very hard. I couldn't make.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like no room to make a move there. Which I guess in hindsight was kind of better because for me, I had to be like a little bit more observant rather than like,
Mm.
oh, this is someone I'm attracted to. I'm gonna like start flirting with them and whatnot. So yeah, it did force me to be a little bit more reserved, which I think in hindsight was kind of cool because like it was just more like kind of able to kind of check you out a little more and
Check me out and
Yeah.
check me
Oh.
out.
Yeah.
Check
Check
away.
you out.
Yeah. I thought you were super cute. I had really cool style. Seemed like a cool chick, and I was like, okay, I was very interested. I was like, who is this chick? And
Yeah, piqued
And
your
my
curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, my first impression was you as a dad. So that's just like attractive. Watching a man be a dad is just attractive. So yeah, I had a good first impression of you too. I definitely wasn't like, no, that's not true. I was thinking about like, you're cute. Maybe I want to date you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, at this
Nice.
festival, nice. At this festival, there is like a big hill, and at probably towards the end of the day, you and Kataya were playing on it, and they were like running up and down, and I was standing at the bottom of the hill, and I was just like watching him be a good dad, and my ovaries were like him. Like, it was like, Dad, I pick him, and it was just like, wow, he's a really good dad, and I can tell like Kataya loved you so much that definitely I definitely thought you were cute.
Mhm.
And I loved your friends. Like we have mutual friends, and so that was just, yeah. First impression was,
Literally the opposite of us.
do I love you? Yeah. Definitely the opposite story there.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Okay, well then who made the first move?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure I slid into your DMs.
I think I slid into your DMs.
Did you? I
Someone's
remember
gonna
that's
have
like
to
kind of
scroll
where
back.
we. Yeah, I remember that's where we
Oh.
started talking.
No,
I'm
you
pretty
slid
sure I
into
did,
my
yeah.
DMs because we started talking about lucid dreaming. 'Cause
Yeah.
we both are like big dream world people.
Yeah.
And you asked me if I had any essential oils that were like good for lucid
Aha,
dreaming.
yeah, that was it.
Funny.
Nice one.
Yeah, that's how it started.
And then we kind
Too
of started
easy.
talking about too easy. We kind
Yeah.
of started talking about like dreams and connecting on that like
Yeah.
level, which kind of made us connect on a deeper spiritual level.
Well, I was actually genuinely interested.
You were.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was like some sort of
You
like
were half hitting on
ploy.
me, half actually wanted the information.
it was the perfect move because I was actually genuinely
It was a
interested.
win-win
and
for
I'm like,
you.
it was a win-win. Yeah.
So
Wait,
I
so
would
what
say-
what can you guys interpret about this dream where you move into our basement?
Oh,
We're gonna move.
We're gonna move
Yeah.
to Michigan and live right next to each other on the same street.
Okay, great.
And we're gonna film a reality show and see how long we can last.
It'll be called The Love That For Us on YouTube. You can find it here.
Yeah. Love that for a series.
Yeah.
Okay, who made the first move with you guys?
Right.
Great question.
When would you say the first move was?
You asked me to
Yeah, because
copy.
that's interesting for
Okay.
you guys because you were friends for so long. So then,
I
like, there
know.
was this definite.
it was
like,
quite
first
an
move.
it's quite an
We
interesting.
disagree about this. I think within the first
Fight,
couple weeks
fight,
of us
fight.
meeting each other, who was it? Did I ask you for coffee?
You did.
Okay. Wasn't a whole big romantic
Okay.
thing. It was not like this is a date thing. This was
Okay,
hey,
but hold
we're
on,
these
hold on.
teams.
Hold on, Will. You asked her for you asked her to coffee. Like,
Was it a
what
move or
was your
wasn't it?
intention? Like, you're the one that asked her. Have you guys never gotten coffee just you two alone before that?
Good question.
No,
babe.
no,
Thank
it was
you.
our first time. I feel like you're putting me on the stand right
I
now.
am putting you're in the hot seat because you're saying
we're recording
it
a
wasn't a
podcast.
move.
It's strictly
wasn't a
platonic.
move.
Can a single guy and a single
you're
girl
telling
go
me-
to coffee without a
You're
romantic
literally
undertone?
telling me you were like, I just want to platonically take Ashtyn to coffee. There was nothing about that was like,
I don't know.
Romantically interested in this girl.
Maybe. I would say that wasn't my intention. That wasn't like my singular focus. Was I open? Yeah, anything can happen. But I didn't approach it like, all right, I'm going to take her to coffee, see where this goes. Because look, after like the coffee went well.
It did go well.
Yeah, it wasn't like bad, but like we didn't go get coffee the next day or the next week. Like that was in September maybe?
Yeah, it was very early on. The thing you might want to know about Will, about his junior year of college, was he was single and ready to mingle. And that's not
Nice.
nothing against you. I remember you that year.
Is this why you brought me on to publication?
You were, just making your round. You were feeling it out. And
Making your rounds.
So, yeah, it was a great coffee meetup if it wasn't a date. I feel like it really sparked our friendship.
Okay.
So it went well. I guess it wasn't the first move, though.
Let's go back to who made the first romantic move. What did that look like?
Okay, let me give you the cliff notes because it could be a long story. Let's speed up to the spring.
So the spring, so we didn't even like
spring of 2012. Okay. We were really good friends at this point. Our inner circles were very intermixed, and Will just was giving flirtatious vibes. And I was like, you know what? You're going to have to.
And Ashtyn wasn't immune in that. Ashtyn will tell you that she was also very flirty her freshman year.
What? Debatable. Anywho, I called him out on
each
it.
other on the spot.
I know.
We really like each other. We're actually fine with it now. Please flirt with me now.
I called him out on it, and he denied having feelings for me. And to famously
you
quote,
denied.
He literally told me,
yeah,
like
I'm
we
really
had
interested in this
we had a
now.
very.
She was trying to tie me down. I wasn't gonna get tied down.
And you can't be
I
tied
didn't
down
want to
junior in
commit.
college.
Yeah, I didn't want to commit to something. We were about to go on a 10-week tour over the summer. So I said to her, I'm not interested in you. I'm sorry for maybe leading you on. I'm never going to date you.
He literally said that
Verbatim.
verbatim.
William!
Verbatim.
Which
you
I
guys.
didn't mean to like close the door. I just meant
That
to
is
like,
awesome.
That's a
mostly
pretty-
shut it,
I'm sorry. That's a pretty door closing statement. I'm never going to date
Yeah,
you.
that was
Like,
awesome.
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
Wasn't
And like, let's speed up. Only 1 week later, we're watching a movie at my house, him and I, and he made the first move. He held my hand 1 week later.
Okay, it was one of those things where you say something because you thought a certain way, and the moment you said it, like in your
Instant
core, you're
regret.
like, "Nah, I shouldn't have said that." I really actually don't like to feel that way. Maybe I've been telling myself something like that, but it's not true. So, but then how do you back up?
You were in
right?
denial.
How do you tell somebody that?
He was
and
in
then,
denial.
Where do you go from there? Hey, I said I would never date you. That
Can
was
I
a
hold
bad
your hand?
idea. Yeah, let's just hold hands.
So I would say that was the first romantic move. Was that warm spring night in April of 2012.
Fair enough.
Okay. So
Um,
Will ended up making the first move after
he did.
trying to shut the door forever.
He did. He backpedaled so fast.
Listen, this is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
1 week later.
And I was like, great. Thanks for clarifying. See ya. No.
So were you confused when you made the first move at that point?
I would say I was asking myself questions, but I was like also not, I was like fine with it. I was like, yeah, I'll hold your hand for sure. Like, let's cuddle during this movie a little bit. But again, like we were such good friends at that point that like, I think that attraction just like kept developing whether I was like super conscious of it or not. So yeah. That's how.
So did it hurt? Like when he said like,
no,
never
I
gonna
wasn't
date you.
offended because I was just like, I just need you to clarify. Like I genuinely wasn't offended because I also wasn't like, I really like Will. I hope he's about to tell me like he's also interested. So no, it didn't hurt. So yeah, it's kind of a funny. I feel like we had a lot of ups and downs that first year, ins and outs of friendship before we got to where we ended up. Okay, so Chris and Tyler, where was your first kiss?
First kiss was on a beach.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot again. I was like trying to think about where it was. I did actually forget.
Rude.
Wow.
It was on a beach. We had been texting and talking on the phone.
We had like, I would say, a late first kiss because we had developed so much of a relationship. Like,
I don't agree with late.
not
because it
late,
was
but
like,
the energy that I'd felt for you already was like, I haven't even kissed this person yet. And I was like, really, like, I felt like we had already a pretty strong like connection relationship. And to me, it felt like
that formed over 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. So actually, you're right. It wasn't late at all.
It was quick.
Yeah.
It felt appropriate. Like
did.
it didn't
Yeah.
feel like we were kissing
But
too
the
quick.
level of like
love
that I already had for you, that part felt strange. Of like I
Yeah.
hadn't had felt this way like before kissing someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
so,
good point.
Yeah, so that's why it
Yeah.
felt weird when we had our first kiss because it was like, oh, I already like have so much like, feeling. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we were at the beach. It was like nighttime, and we just went to the beach to hang out. And I hope you're okay with me saying this.
No, it's fine. Like I
Do you
I
know
can't
what
wait.
mean?
yeah, I know exactly.
I'm
I know
at the edge
exactly
of
what
my
you're gonna
seat.
say.
We start kissing, and in my head, I'm like, "Oh no, he's a really bad kisser."
I was very nervous.
He was like,
Aw.
I was very nervous.
he was not kissing well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like even in hindsight, I'm like that was not my best.
You know what, Tyler?
And-
we'll circle back to this comment, so don't you worry. You won't be alone.
and I actually in that I felt so conflicted because I was like, same. I had so much feeling, like so many feelings for you, and then we started kissing, and I literally was like, in my head, I'm
Uh-oh.
kissing him, like, oh no, like, do we not have chemistry? Like, is this like friendship vibes? Like, what's happening? Like, I was nervous.
Yeah, I was just like, when I remember feeling like I was very nervous and like I didn't feel relaxed kissing you at all.
Because you were so nervous.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and
That's cute.
like because I think I was also going through of like kind of the same. I'm like, what if this like all these feelings that I have, like what if it's like this is just in my head or it's not there, you know? So I was just kind of not in the moment. I think as much as I would have wanted to or liked. I mean,
Are you usually nervous? Have you usually been nervous like the first time you kissed
No.
a girl in your life?
not at all. Yeah, so it was strange for me, and like it was definitely very like I was thrown off by it of how nervous I was.
I love that.
Same for
Cute.
him. So that was our first kiss. What about you guys? Was it the hand-holdy Netflix night, or did
It was
Will
not.
say
It was not.
No.
It was actually months later because like we took that 10-week tour. We weren't on the same team, so
Yeah.
we were separated for 10 weeks. And
And we weren't like we would text and call each other over the summer.
yeah, but Will was playing his cards very close to his chest for quite a long time.
still?
I didn't want to get into a relationship and then go on
Like long distance.
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, college is such a, I don't know, like I feel like it's not even college. People change a lot between the age of like 18 and 22. So I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
going to be gone for over 10 weeks. Like maybe I
That's
don't
fair.
like who you become. Maybe I don't like who I become. Like, you know, let's just check back. Let's keep up with each other. But, you know, let's see where we're at in August, I guess was my feeling. So
Will was a little non-committal college boy.
He's giving non-committal.
He's giving non-committal.
I think it's pretty practical. Like that
Yeah,
makes sense.
it was
It is
lots
yeah,
of
like
practical.
why? Yeah.
So we get back to school and Will was living with two of his like buddies in a house, and he did not have a real bed, but instead an air mattress with holes in it.
my junior year, I slept on a queen size air mattress.
So
Ashton comes over. He's like, "Hold on."
Yeah, no.
Let me blow it up.
so we're like chatting.
Really?
We're like, I'm literally like hanging out in his room on this air mattress. not expect, like, we weren't dating by now. He's still, he wasn't, I feel like we were definitely like more intentional those first few weeks back to school. I mean, I was like super, I knew I was like
Smitten.
super into you at that point. Like, but he leaned in and kissed me, which surprised me. I had no idea he was going to. And so I like didn't really reciprocate at first, which is why he's like, our first kiss also wasn't that great. And I was like, I had no indication that was going to happen.
Right. She claims that she was surprised.
And I was.
Were you guys on a date or like where was the first?
No, we're literally on this air mattress.
No, we're on my air mattress.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's like letting out air.
Yeah.
We're like syncing. And he's like, "This is the right time."
Yeah.
This is
First
it.
kiss on
Your
your
like
mattress.
butts are on the floor, and then like the rest of your body's in the air.
Yeah, you can imagine in my head why I didn't think that would be the moment, but it was indeed the moment.
So romantic.
Yeah, pretty funny.
So, did you think Ashtyn was a bad kisser, or you were just so caught off guard you like weren't leaning into it really?
I don't know if I cared so much in the moment. I wasn't like expecting it to be.
We kept kissing, so I don't think.
It definitely got better. If it started out at a 0, probably ended at like a 4. 4.5.
You are the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our first kiss. What was
cute.
the moment that you two knew you were in love? Or I guess that's an individual question if it wasn't the same moment.
What was the moment you knew?
You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I knew really early and I was in deep denial. I mean, again, fresh off a divorce, like scared of getting hurt, scared of when we met, I was like, I'm not gonna date anyone. I'm really like wanting to be single and I wasn't looking for anything. And then I met you and it just kind of happened. So I think I knew earlier than I even think I knew. But I told you that I was falling for you at this. There's this church in PV like overlooking the ocean, and we like snuck into it. You have to like hop all these fences, and there's this like secret little cliff spot. And so we went and hung out there one night and like brought some bottles of wine. And I told you first I was falling for you.
Yeah.
There, and I knew I loved you, but I was really scared to say it. And then you told me you loved me.
Yeah.
And I said,
oh.
And I like hid. I think I like physically hid. But that's when you said it to me. But when did you know?
I knew, I think, because we were talking like a lot.
All day, every day.
Yeah. And it's like so random and weird of like a moment. But I remember we were texting and like I'd like crashed in my bed or something. I like sent you like a picture of that because I was like so tired. It was like this like gnarly weekend. That was
literally like so early.
That's like when I knew I was like not like in love, but I was like, I'm gonna fall in love with this chick for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like when I knew like, okay, I like.
He sent me this like really cheesy photo of like he had been up all night helping friends pack up a music event and got home really late, and
it was like a whole weekend. I slept like 4 hours in like 2 days.
So he texted me like this, like, I'm in bed, like, yay. And I like kind of copied his photo back.
Yeah, and it was just something so simple and like it was just simple and silly, and she just like copied like what I did, and I don't know why it just like hit me in this way. I was like, damn, I'm gonna fall in love with this chick.
Oh,
like,
that's so cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It really is the simple things, you know?
It is.
It's those little things. Okay, I'm honestly most curious to hear Will's answer for this because he's really given me like non-committal, wavy.
Did you ever have a moment?
No. Was there? Has there been? What was the moment you knew Will first that you were in love with Ashtyn?
I don't know if there actually was like it's hard for me to think back to like a singular moment that made me feel like, oh, this is it. I love Ashtyn. I think like throughout our relationship since I met you, like building our friendship, and I guess I just felt like more and more just like appreciative of you and an admirer of you, and I just felt more and more like I want this person in my life. I want to serve them. I want to help make their life better. And I feel like that just like gradually grew. And even like after I was like, I'm never going to date you. I guess maybe then it kind of felt like, like I can only do that so much if I'm not like romantically in a relationship with this person. And so like even over that summer, like I really missed you. And probably coming back into the school year, I guess in my inner core, I felt like, okay, like I really want this to work. I'm all about this. Like I love this person. I just like really need to make sure, you know, I don't want to just like rush into this thing. Like,
Yeah. Will told me when we got back to school, he was like, the next person I date, like, I want to know that I'm going to marry them. Like he was very like on.
I was on a mission. Yeah. 1 year of like, you know, sowing my wild oats and taking people to coffee. I'm like, this sucks. Like I want to find that person and I want to figure it out. So yeah, so
I kind of knew that.
Like
I don't really,
like a
I don't
slow
have a
burn
cool,
for you guys.
Yeah, I don't have a cool like bottles of wine, cliffside, sneaking into churches. Like that's badass. I like.
Yeah. I think similarly, like that summer where we were apart, he was still like, he never said like, I like you. Like he was still like,
so cagey.
very, yeah. But you can say that, like, you can even not say that, but like the way we would like text and like call each other at night when we're like, everything was done for the day. Like I could not wait to like have a phone call with you, even if it was like once a week. This was like back where like we didn't have iPhones. So it was just like less texting. You know how like iPhones just developed this like more.
I did.
She had
it.
iPhone.
Oh,
yeah.
you did.
I might have slept on an air mattress, but I had an iPhone.
Oh, wait, you're right. I got an iPhone that next year.
You're still using your NV2.
I probably. Yeah. Mine was literally a flip phone. This makes me sound so old. But it was just like less, I feel like in those days, like we were just like less communication was happening. So
yeah,
I was like so excited every time like we would get the chance to talk on the phone. And I like
so
kind of fell in love, I feel like from a distance that summer, just like I could not freaking wait to see him again. So yeah, I would say without real, it's so funny like listening to our stories because like you guys have such an adult falling in love story and ours is like college,
such
like
a youthful.
Yeah,
right.
so like young and like
That's 2012. You said?
How old were you when you got married?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
I was 23 and you were 21.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like dating at like
Barely able to
18.
drink.
You were 20.
Yeah, we were dating at like 18 and 20.
I was gonna say I thought you couldn't drink at your wedding, right? Like legally you weren't allowed to.
Yeah,
drink.
right. So it's just like funny the differences of like, yeah, the way people communicate in college versus just like you've learned so much in your adult life by the time you guys met each other.
I'm divorced. He has a kid. We're like, okay.
I think it's kind of funny to think about that. Like, and I want to hear your guys' answer. This is off script, but like,
Love it.
What if we were to be single and were to meet each other like now or in our late 20s?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be the same? Or
Like
do
you two? Do we think
Yeah.
you two?
Yeah. Or like for you guys, like what if you would have met
In college?
Yeah. When you
So
like the flip.
We've talked
Yeah.
about this a lot
we do.
because it's actually strange how late we met because one of my best friends, his fiance at the time,
Well, they were dating.
they've been dating
for
for years since like right when we got out of high school. I think it was like 2010,
Yeah.
2011 they started dating. And
she's one of my best friends.
and
so-
I became good friends with her. Like she, like I always thought of her as like a good girlfriend of mine, you know, like, and over those years, we never once met each other. And we've talked about it because in high school, we had a very similar group of friends. She was at a different high school than mine, but our high schools like partied together a lot. So she was like, oh, do you know so-and-so? I'd be like, yeah, I'd go over to his house for parties. And she was like, I was there at those parties. And so we'd like strangely never met.
I'm sure we were at the same parties in high school, college, like when we come home for break and stuff. And
Wow.
We never met.
And
once.
this-
Don't you
this
wish you could
girl's
get
like-
the footage from and like
I
you
know,
just
I
watch each
know.
other pass like ships in the
I
night?
know. I mean, literally, I'm sure you're like in the background of photos
100%.
I have. Yeah.
100%.
And
That's so
they were
wild.
together probably for 10 years before they got married, and we still had never met. Like, we still
That's
had
so
just never met.
weird.
So we've always kind of like talked about like, what if like we actually did meet in that time?
But
Like-
we always come back to just like the divine timing of when we met, and
Yeah.
we weren't supposed to meet. Like,
Right.
No, yeah.
I do think that we would have had the same kind of chemistry and immediate like electric charge between us at any phase of our life, but I don't think that you or I were at the phase of our own individual selves to have worked together as a couple yet. Like,
Yeah.
if we met in high school, I feel like we would have like fallen in love and then broken up, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't think it would have worked out the same. So we met at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So what about you guys? Do you think if you guys met later?
Would you still
Well,
be together?
Yeah.
It's literally hard to imagine because like I don't know my adult life without Will.
When I think
Yeah,
about
that's
like
interesting.
like the broader culture that's like, oh man, people get married so young, like they don't even know who they are. They haven't even been out in the real world. And to like a certain degree, like I definitely agree with that. But like the kind of school that we went to and the families that we grew up in, like really placed an emphasis, I think, especially with schools, like finding yourself and figuring out who you are and what you believe. And I don't know, maybe there's a lot of pressure for us to find somebody at that age.
All I know is I'm grateful I'm not dating in today's modern world because it's
Oh my gosh,
sounds
seriously.
so
Dating apps.
freaking exhausting. So no, I honestly haven't like thought about that question very much.
Like if I approached you at a bar today,
I would definitely.
you'd let me buy you a drink?
Yeah.
Cute.
Nice.
Not
Nice.
there's no question in my mind. Yeah.
Would your leading line today be, I'm never dating you, but can I
Yeah,
buy you a drink?
it's very disarming. It's like, oh, this guy
He said he'd never
he's supposed to
date
be
me.
my friend.
So funny. Okay, well let's speed up. Let's fast forward a bit now. And then we're gonna get to speed questions. But what would you guys say your most common dumb thing you fight about is most commonly now?
I would say like just like cleanliness probably around the house. Like that's the dumb.
Yeah,
Look
dumb
like
Tyler's
Carissa.
really messy, and it pisses
No,
me off.
my gosh.
Lie detected.
I am
We have very opposite
not
styles.
the
of-
cleanest person.
Nice. I can relate to you, Carissa, but I think it is, we just let things get to a certain point, right? And then we want to clean it all at once. Whereas
Exactly.
Ashton
And
wants to
that
clean,
doesn't
you know,
as you go.
I need
And,
peace.
like,
I need daily peace.
same.
And here's the thing, I need daily peace too. And I don't give that to myself with my cleanliness. Like, I feel better in a clean home. I feel great. But
Mhm.
I do let it pile up, and then I rage clean. And I'm like,
But what have we
the
learned?
amount of
Yeah.
times,
But
yeah.
what have we learned?
what have we
The-
learned? The
the
amount of
greatest
times I
form of self-love is discipline.
is discipline.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
I think it's
know.
I think it's a question of frequency. You know, we both clean 2 hours a week. I just do all of mine at one time, whereas you do 15 minutes a day.
But see, like for me, like I think similar to Ashton, I can't work in a messy
yeah.
space. Like if I like go into the office, I'm like, I'm gonna sit
And
down.
we share
like,
an office, and that has been hard.
yeah, because I'm like I can't work in here. Like I have to.
I can work. Like, also, I'm an organized mess. Like, he's like, "Where's this?" And I'm like, "It's under the biggest
Oh,
pile
yeah.
in the office, like on top." Like, I just like know where things are usually.
Right.
Yeah,
biggest pile.
usually. And then when you have
Insinuating
to go to
there's other
Mexico
smaller piles.
and you need your passport and then you don't know where your passport is, that's the exception. I just roasted
great.
you, but
That's funny.
Mm.
Carissa's
But
like
we did find it.
in a car.
my
park
dad
box.
is my dad is like this.
Ready to be
my
thrown
dad
away.
in his barn. My dad's barn is such a mess, but you like
Did you
Dad,
just say
where's-
I'm
where's-
like your dad and his
yeah
barn?
in this way. Yeah, yeah.
she's like,
You're
wait,
like, "Krista,
rewind.
you really remind me of my father and his barn.
To the
Never
outside
have I ever
observer, yeah.
been compared to someone's father and their barn.
It is a compliment, I think. It is.
What
So
he
he
means
has
to
a
say
messy
is
barn.
he knows where everything is.
Yeah, you know where
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Organized mess.
It's organized chaos. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm getting better. Like, let's compare me today to like when we just moved in together.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Better. Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear.
We still have a lot to improve.
All we
but
could ask
yeah,
for
we're
is
getting better. Yeah.
We're ending on a positive note. I actually think that's probably
Um,
the same answer for us.
Really?
What would you say our most common fight is?
I would say when we were first married, that was like,
For sure.
yeah, number one for several years. Now it's probably
I'm
about me. I've been snoring a little bit recently. Should maybe get
Ooh.
a sleep study
Oh.
done.
Yeah. Well, he's been
She
sick.
made me guess.
No, I didn't make him. He said
Yeah.
I should. He has slept in the basement
I have
more
slept in the
than,
basement a couple times.
which I
because
don't
of the
prefer.
room.
It's not like I like it, but yeah, in like the
Yeah,
guest bedroom.
but sometimes it's not me snoring. It's our dog Rain.
This is
Who
also true.
snores as loud as a human, and I end up getting hit and woken up. It's not me. It's the dog.
You
It's
literally
true.
think it's Will, but it's Rain.
Rain snores like a human. It is so unfortunate.
That's probably our common.
I'm
I'm
so
fine.
glad that you don't snore.
Yeah, I've never.
No offense.
Yeah.
It's just
Thanks. It
I
sucks.
can't. Yeah, I know. I can't. It's snoring is
It's not
hard.
fun.
Mm.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, now that all of our listeners know those funny answers of how we met and fell in love, we're going to do some speed questions. So Will and I wrote out questions for Tyler and Charissa and vice versa, but we don't know what they are. So these are unprepared, and the idea here is that we have to answer as fast as possible
speed,
without
okay.
overthinking it.
Okay.
It's speed round.
Just like what comes to your
Okay.
mind first.
Yeah. So should we just do yours first and then swap?
Yeah, full 10.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, I'm
So,
nervous.
Will,
Are you
you're the
ready?
odd numbers and I'm
Ready.
the numbers.
Okay, I'm the odd number, so I'm going to start.
Okay.
Tyler, what is Carissa's biggest achievement?
Ooh, biggest achievement.
Whoa.
I would say going from Young Living to Mari.
Can
Like the transition of it.
Yeah.
Of her doing that transition and killing it
And crushing it, yeah.
Love
and
that.
crushing it. Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
That was a big achievement. Carissa, what is one of the funniest memories you have of Tyler?
Oh, one of the funniest memories?
Or something funny
Oh.
like that you think of Tyler?
This is why I hate speed round for big life questions like this. I'm literally
Big life question.
I'm okay. This is the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
But it's like at the beginning of our relationship, we were like going back and forth between this isn't funny. I feel stressed.
It's funny now.
It is funny now.
We were going back and forth from room to room because we couldn't find music that we liked, and you were kind of following me around. But that's not funny.
What?
And
I
he
don't-
doesn't agree that he's following me
I
around.
don't even remember what you're talking
I'm
about.
sweating. I'm literally sweating. I don't know the answer.
Oh my gosh. She doesn't like this question.
Next.
All right, go Will.
All right, next.
Are they all going to be like that?
No.
No,
I
no, no.
told
They
Ashtyn-
get worse.
Okay.
Tyler, what is your favorite outfit Carissa wears?
Favorite outfit.
These are hard to answer quick.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer them in
I-
1 second.
I can't think of like one's like favorite. I like your style a lot. I like the funky. I think whenever you wear like cool, funky, like checkered stuff, and I like that style. Yeah.
He
Love
likes
that.
all my outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't pick one.
Okay, I am sorry if our questions are more deep and harder to answer on the spot because maybe you have funnier ones. But
This will be funny.
don't
though,
know.
It will
for
be
between
funny.
our-
okay, Carissa, what surprises you most about Tyler?
These are really hard questions, just so you know. They're not
Sorry.
like speedy questions. I
Sorry.
wonder if yours are going to be the same. I'm like, what was the question? Say it again.
What surprises you most about him?
Not much.
Not much.
Said
No,
with so
like,
much sass.
I don't feel like surprised. That's not like a thing.
Would you say Tyler is predictable?
Ooh.
Oh no, I wouldn't. But you guys, I suck. I'm fired. Like I don't know
No,
how to
you're not
answer
fired.
any of
You're
these
not fired.
questions.
These are tough. Maybe something that surprised you about Tyler, like when you first met him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have said, "Oh, I totally would have thought that he was like this or he did that." Or
Good edit to the question, babe.
Actually, I got one.
yes,
I got one. Sorry, these are not fast at all. How disciplined you are. because you're so fun and you're so like outgoing
cool.
and like life of the party and like you always like to be doing things. You are like one of the most disciplined people that I know, and you commit to things that you want in your life. So that I wouldn't have guessed that about you in the beginning, like that you were like that.
Oh, thanks.
And Chris and I are trying to take notes
Well done.
from your decision.
Yeah, seriously.
Great
Okay, I did one.
recovery. All right, Ty, what is one activity or hobby that you wish Charissa was into?
Oh, that's good.
Will came up with that one.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see by the proud smile on his face.
That's a good one. Yeah. I think like you having like a sport or like
Shut
yoga.
up, you don't even like sports.
Or, like,
Let's
no, I'm
go.
just saying like or like yoga or something of that. I think would be
Okay.
really good for you.
Yeah. I agree.
Like having some sort of like body like
An active hobby.
yeah, exactly.
Thing.
I mean, whether it's
Surfing.
like hiking or
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to the gym or yoga.
I'm working
or,
on it.
It's
Yeah,
funny that
I-
you said
I
that
think that'd be good for
because
you.
that was his first initial question was like, what sport do you wish Charissa played? And I was like, babe, I don't like that question. You should change
What
it. So
sport?
it changed to hobby.
I wish she was a wrestler, actually.
A peek inside Will's mind. What sport do you wish?
Sorry, I am secretly 5.
Okay, Charissa, what is the best date Tyler ever took you on?
Oh, the date where we went to like speakeasies in LA after
That was
like
fun. Yeah.
multiple speakeasies, and there was live music, and we did like darts and pool, and
Yeah, that was a fun one.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was
we did
really,
we did
really
like
fun.
speakeasy hopping in LA.
Yeah.
See how like the random cool little hidden bars. Yeah,
that was good.
cool.
Oh, that was an easier question.
That was great. They get this one should be hopefully a little easier as well. What animal would Charissa be?
I had this question in my head for you guys. I don't know. What animal?
Answer
Oh,
properly
man,
and carefully.
this is hard, and I have to be quick.
I know. Well, I feel like this could be an offensive answer. You know what I mean?
I don't feel like there's many animals that would take offense to.
Okay,
I would say
Unless you were like a hippo.
I would no, yeah.
Porcupine?
I was thinking
A whale.
porcupine.
Porcupine. I can't touch
Hamster.
you.
Walrus?
I think there are offensive animals.
I think
You're
there's a
maybe
lot.
5.
You're right.
I would say leopard.
Ooh.
Leopard. I think
Spicy.
because like yeah, it's like you just have that like leopard energy to you, and like
Yeah, edgy.
you're also
Big
like a
leopard
go-getter.
energy.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh, go getter. Big
Yeah.
leopard energy.
Yeah.
Big leopard energy.
BLE.
Yeah.
BLE.
Okay, Charissa, what does Tyler do better than the average person?
huh.
Oh. Music.
Awesome.
You're a very talented musician.
Musician?
You're a very talented musician. And I got to go back to discipline.
Mm.
I
Alright.
literally you're literally one of the most disciplined people I know. And
Thanks,
I
yeah.
think you inspire me the most in that way too. So
Slay.
yeah, music. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Tyler, what is something that most people might not know about Charissa?
Ooh,
I'm scared.
I got a good
Juicy.
one.
Do I like that you're gonna say
Probably
it?
not.
Uh-oh.
She burps really loud. Like
Wait,
really
so do
loud.
I.
Okay, you guys want an insider fun podcast fact?
Yeah.
I literally probably 5+ times every time Ashtyn and I record have to mute my mic and do the loudest, most giant burp, but like look like I'm not.
But
burping.
it's like a
That's
like a
hilarious.
belch.
It's a real
like
belch.
like
no
you
volume.
think like a man
Like,
like was in the room like like, and I'm like well, that was the thing like when we like I don't
But-
think you'd even did it until we started living together.
probably even 2 years into living together.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that late.
And
No,
but
that
here
was, like-
I make up for it by I'm not a farter. Like I don't fart.
It's
I
true,
don't. I
yeah.
don't fart.
I love
Smelly
that for
farts. I don't
everyone.
fart. Often.
Just all outta here.
I'm not a farter. It just comes out the other end.
Exactly, yeah.
All the gas comes out the
Yeah.
other end. So,
Charissa, you know that we share that. Like, I can burp
yes,
so
I know.
loud.
We
and
don't
I
really
used to
do
be
it in front
so
of each other.
No, but when I was
Next
a
time we
child, it
hang
was
out,
like
let's
my
burp
secret
together.
talent. I was like,
Let's burp
I can burp the
together.
ABCs.
Love that for you
Yeah,
guys.
me too. I could like make myself burp. Okay. Thanks for just putting me on blast there, babe.
Final question. Charissa, what makes you most proud about being Tyler's partner?
Oh.
She's like, he's so disciplined.
Got to be the discipline.
Yeah, that just goes back to that.
I do want to say that, and I'm not going to say that. But definitely who you are as a father is, I'm so proud that I get to be a part of that I get to witness that like you are going to be the father to my kids. Like, I love that so much. And also that you are the type of person that never gives up. Like, you will always keep going in anything that you do, and you always want to learn. Like, you're not a stagnant person. You always want to learn and grow and keep moving forward. So I could go on.
That was beautiful.
And he's very disciplined.
Great speed questions, guys. Answers. You did really well.
Thanks. Okay. Are you guys ready?
No, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right,
Okay,
we're
so
ready.
You're the odd.
Yeah. Okay. All right, William, what's one of your favorite things about Ashtyn?
Oh, man.
Where does he begin? Just kidding.
She's so fun.
So fun.
So fun.
Period.
She's so fun.
Yeah. It's just,
And that's
the kind of
She's so fun.
the kind of person that when like they show up to a party, a gathering, walk into your house, you're like, I'm glad they're there. There's never going to be a moment where you're like, oh, they're here. Fun to be around.
It's
All
not
right,
a long
Ashtyn, what is your favorite physical feature of Will's?
His arms. Like, actually, his
Ooh.
limbs. Like, it's so weird, but like his arms and his legs all day. Yeah. Love him.
Arms and
Very
legs.
sexy.
Does that include my butt?
Your butt would
No,
not be a
that's
limb.
It's
but
attached. It's
a
like,
close
it's
second.
pretty close.
Yeah. He'd be up in that
okay.
gym.
Will, what's a quirk that Ashtyn has that you think is cute?
Ooh.
Oh,
Her burping.
man.
For large burps.
What are your quirks? Oh, sometimes Ashtyn will laugh in such a way that is like very, very mockable. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't.
It's really hard to
mock it. Can you mock it right now?
It's really hard to recreate, but it kind of sounds like.
What? That was so weird.
I know. That's my. Sometimes it just comes out.
You
Okay.
do. I know that laugh. I know that laugh. I can
Okay.
confirm.
It's almost
Like
like
a
nervous
belly laugh?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's like an under breath laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if I've done it on this podcast.
Yeah. We'll point it out
I
next
don't
time.
know.
You do it.
Ashtyn, what is your favorite thing that Will wears style wise? Kind of a similar question.
Yeah.
That is interesting. So when I first met Will, like that first year of school, he had this like very edgy side where I feel like he was wearing, I don't know. It was like before he like entered the professional world, and I was really attracted to this like, just like he was super into like music and electric guitar and like, I don't know. He just kind of like expressed that in his fashion. So anytime he wears something a little bit on the edgy side, I think that's
Bad
really hot.
boy.
Anything that's rocker-esque.
Yeah.
Love.
Will, who do you think is a better kisser, you or Ashtyn?
Wow, really trying to pit us against each other.
No, all
Prefer
the
not
first
to
ones were
answer.
like, what's your favorite thing about each other?
Is it pretty vain if I say myself?
Oh.
On brand for how this podcast has been going.
It's
for
not
you.
that you're
So on brand.
It's not that you're bad. That's
Well,
not what the
thanks.
question is. It's just who's better.
Right. Like if I'm a
That's
9,
true,
you're
yeah.
a 10.
Yeah. Nine's still a
Yeah.
good score.
Yeah.
I'll take a 9.
If you're a 9.9, I'll be. I don't want to say.
No,
I'm a 10.
honestly, he's
10.10.
probably right.
There's always room to improve.
He's probably right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
facts.
give it to him.
It'd be really, really
Okay.
close though.
Good answer.
but I'd be 0.1 higher than her.
That's just the competitive side. Of me.
Yeah.
Ashton, what is your favorite thing that Will cooks for you?
Oh my word.
Good thing they didn't give me that question.
Good thing that question wasn't reversed. I love in general just like breakfast food. So breakfast, but oh my gosh, I like don't know how to narrow this down. Because sometimes he'll just like whip up a random thing that he's never tried, and I'm like, well, that's my favorite now. Really, really good with like pasta. Soups. Actually, like a chili. His chili, weirdly enough, is probably one of my favorite things. Like he can make chili every week, and I would never get sick of it. He adds a little brown sugar if that's the secret.
Baby, don't give away my secrets.
Whoa, Ashton.
Whoa.
Yeah, someone.
People got to pay for that.
Okay, Will, what's your favorite physical feature of Ashton's?
Oh, got to be the limbs.
Honestly, let's be honest, my legs are my best feature, so if you say that.
Got to be the legs.
Gotta be.
All the way up. All the way up. Just the whole...
Those giraffe legs.
The whole leg.
Whole leg.
Not just like the knee or the calf. It's just like the leg.
Give me a good hammy. Love the hammies.
What if someone was like, oh, definitely her knees. I'm just most attracted.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you unwell? That's funny. We kind of have the same answer.
Ashton, what's one of your favorite things about Will?
One of my favorite things about Will is that he can find a way to connect with literally anybody, and I feel like make them feel really seen and like just enter in on their level. And I've seen this, obviously I've shot a lot of weddings in my life, so I've seen him in so many like public spaces and places do that with people. I've seen it with like middle schoolers and like kids and older people, like literally anyone, like grandmas fall in love with him. He just like knows how to connect with anyone, and I think it's really a special quality that is unique.
Cute.
Yeah, he is good at that. I remember I saw that a lot in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
yeah,
you can connect with anyone, and you do it in a very genuine way, which I really respected. Like you weren't just doing it just to talk to someone. You're actually very interested in like how you approach people.
Yeah, it is very genuine. It's a great quality.
Thanks.
But on the inside, you're judging them.
Yeah, I was like, I realized as you're saying that, I'm like, I just like outed myself in a way. No, it is real and genuine. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
Was that the end?
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the end. No. We have two more. We have two more,
Oh.
yeah. So, Will, what's a place you would love to visit together with Ashton that you guys haven't been yet?
I almost asked you guys that question.
There's so many cool like we've...
Wait, where we want to go?
Sorry, this is my question.
Or where is it? I
Just
couldn't
one
hear.
place that, like,
Yeah.
What's the place you want to visit with her?
We have traveled to so many places. So know that when I say this, like we've been to a lot of them. Together, Italy is super high on the list. Bora Bora or like the Maldives in one of those little bungalows. We've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to so many tropical places, but that would just be next level.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I think some of the Grecian islands are on the list.
Yeah.
Mykonos, and
Yes,
Santorini
so
and some of those. A lot of Europe actually is on our list.
Yeah.
That's something that we haven't done a ton of, but want to do more.
Yeah. I kind of thought you were going to say Japan, but...
Well, you don't want to go there with me.
No, I do.
I do want to go there. But I don't think we would approach it totally differently.
That's probably true.
Okay, last question. Maybe the most important of them all. Ashton, what is your ideal color palette for Will's future tattoo?
I'm dead.
That is a great question.
That
was my question.
Even. Tyler, that's such a good question.
Lots of colors, right?
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Yeah. I will not be swayed.
No, my color palettes would be like beige, brown, cream. Just
like a skin tone
Worst
color.
No, I know. I'm joking because everyone who knows me knows that's my whole house. But yeah, I would just go with black. No color.
Just black. Will, what's
So-
your ideal color palette?
Reds, blues. Give me blues and greens and reds. Make it pop.
Love it.
My
Make it
body is
pop.
a canvas.
I love it.
Oh, so good. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's Day,
Happy
everyone.
Valentine's Day. Thanks for hanging out. That was so fun. That was your guys' first time meeting Tyler and
The
Will officially, and
boys.
they'll be back.
I
we
think,
will.
yeah.
Oh, they'll be back.
I hope so. This has been an enjoyable experience. Thanks so much for having me on.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
of course.
All right, you
Thanks for your
guys.
time. We love you, and we'll see you
We'll
next
see you
week.
next week. Bye.